Hello, hello. Welcome to Solar Movement. My name is Ash, and I am your instructor today. This is the very first video that we're doing on the first hottest day of the year in Austin. So this isn't really intended to be a hot yoga practice, but for me, it's going to be. It's just going to be a 30-minute yoga practice. We're going to be moving, grooving, breathing, stretching, and strengthening. Take what resonates, leave what doesn't. I have blocks for modifications, and I will be teaching with blocks, without blocks, wherever you are at with your body. I just ask that you honor it. And a great reminder is in yoga, I know I can't see you, but it's not about perfecting the pose. It's about perfecting where you're at in your body today. Yesterday could have been way better than today. Tomorrow could be way better than yesterday, right? So wherever you're at today, just honor it. If you need to slow down, find child's pose, please do it. So there won't be music added to this video afterwards, but I have music playing through my laptop, and I will post the playlist link in the bio for you to play alongside, if you please, or you can play your own music. But I'm going to go ahead and start my music. And let's start in child's pose. Big toes touching, knees wide, or if it's more comfortable for your knees to be together, please do that by all means. For me, my knees will be wide. Sit your hips back onto your heels. Crawl your hands forward to the top of your mat. Rest your forehead down. Relax. Empty all the air out. Breathe in through your belly. Big breath in. Hold at the top. Open your mouth. Sigh something out. Inhale through your nose. Exhale, sigh something out. Relaxing your jaw, your shoulders, maybe your hips getting closer to your heels. Inhale through your nose. Open your mouth, sigh something out. Seal your lips, breathe in. With lips sealed, breathe out through your nose. Your breath is going to be your support. It is going to be your anchor when you start to feel unstable, unbalanced, or starting to think about what's happening after this yoga video. Come back to your breath. Come back to your breath always and forever. It is always there for you. Inhale, walk your hands up slightly, and then walk your hands to the right. Your left hand is going to go slightly forward than your right, and rest your forehead onto the earth. Opening up the left side body, breathe in. And breathe out. Inhaling in. Exhaling out. Upping your hips to the left a little bit. Sinking your right hip down. Inhale, lift your head up. Walk your hands through center all the way to the right side. Your right hand is slightly higher than the left. Drop your forehead down. Breathe in. Breathe out. Opening your right shoulder blade, your armpit. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale, lift your head. Walk your fingers through center, and then walk your hands toward your body to come up onto the backs of your heels. Lean forward just a little bit. You can tuck your toes to bring your knees in slightly, and then you can walk back. Your feet can be tucked or they can be untucked, whatever feels right in your IT band, your knees. We're going to do a little breath work practice called Kapalabhati breath, also known as lion's breath or school shining breath. It's just a great way to feel energized. If you're starting this in the morning, great time to practice. I recommend start doing it on an empty stomach when you're not on your moon cycle or when you are not pregnant. So if you're pregnant, or any of those, fine, just a breath work, just through breathing, maybe a little slight meditation that works for you. But if you're practicing along with Kapalabhati breath of fire, I like to sit on my block, but you can sit on your heels, spine long, belly in. Inhaling your arms up. Exhale all the air out of your belly. completely empty out. Make your hands into fists and your thumbs are sticking out. Your spine is long, releasing your shoulders away from your neck. And what's going to happen is I'm going to breathe in. I'm going to exhale through my nose, and I'm going to do it really quickly, pulsing my belly to my spine. And that's what it's going to inhale naturally on its own. So it's going to look like this. Follow along when you're ready. I'll let you know when we're finishing. And if you feel lightheaded and feel like you're about to pass out, please stop. If you're feeling uncomfortable, keep going. This is a moment to press into the uncomfortability and to notice what comes up and to feel it. You got this. Let's go. Breathe in. Empty all the air out. Inhale. Let's ride. Keep going. You can always place your belly on your hand on your belly to feel the belly going in. Not much longer. Keep going. For 10, for 9, 8, 7, 6, 5. Keep going. 4, 3, 2, 1. Inhale, release your hands up. Stretch up. Exhale, slowly drop your hands to your side. Put your hand on your heart, one hand on your belly. Breathe in. Seal your lips. Breathe out. Good. Now come back down into tabletop. Your wrists are underneath your shoulders. Your knees are underneath your hips. And tap into your toes. Back is flat. Inhale, shine your heart forward. Drop your belly for cow. Shoulder blades are down their spine. They're away from your neck. Jaw is loose. Exhale, press away from the mat, belly to spine, round your back. Breathe in, cow. Exhale, cat. Inhale, drop your belly, gaze forward. Exhale, round. Inhale, find neutral tabletop. And exhale, maybe wag your hips side to side. Find whatever movement feels intuitive for you. For me, I like to make little figure eights with my spine, going one direction and then the other. You can copy me, but yeah, like I said, do what feels intuitive in your body. Releasing the jaw. Few more breaths. Just really getting all those cranks and cranks out of your body. You can flip your wrist, go back and forth, go in circles. Maybe putting your fingers out towards the edge of the mat and going in circles. Maybe pointing your fingers towards you, stretching the arms. Yeah, very good, my friends. Find neutral tabletop and extend your right leg out towards the outside of your mat. So you're pressing into the outer edge of your right foot. So you're not coming out, you're pressing down. And your hips are still parallel. We're not leaning to one side, but our shoulders are still over our wrists. We're pressing into all 10 fingers. And then just rock sides up and down, opening up the hip. And then I'm going to slightly bend and go side to side, just finding some lubrication into my right hip. And now I'm bending my leg, but I'm still planting that edge of my foot down. Finding fluidity here. I welcome sound in my practice. I think sound is something that we're afraid to make. We're afraid to make noises by the judgments we may get from our neighbor or from ourselves even, but notice what that's like. Now bring your right leg back and extend your left leg long. I need to come back over. Go forward and back. pressing down to that knife edge of the left foot. And then maybe finding those hip circles, bending your left foot and straightening it, going in circles. But sound is a beautiful way to access and open your throat chakra. Sometimes we're afraid to use our voice. And some of us don't even know what our voice sounds like. But once we start to make noises and sighing like, or it can be weird, but you'll soon start to realize like how much you're accessing your inner self and your voice and not being afraid to use it. But like I said, take what resonates, leave what doesn't. Bring your knee back in for tabletop. And then tuck your back toes, breathe in. Exhale, send your hips up and back for the first downward dog of the day. We're going to create a firm foundation in our down dog. We're going to start with our hands. Your thumbs are facing each other. You're making an L shape with your pointer finger and your thumb. Externally rotating your shoulders inward, dropping your head away from your shoulders, so relaxing your upper back. Your back is flat. Pressing in all 10 fingers of your hands, or all fingers of your fingers. That is going to prevent wrist aches and the hurts. Belly into spine. Gaze is in between your big toes, your knees, or your belly. And it's okay if your knees don't touch or your heels don't touch the earth. You can find a slight bend in your knees just to keep your hips back up and your back straight. Because some of us may have tighter back legs. And if your knees are bent, that's okay. Inhale here. Exhale, open your mouth, let something go. Inhale, gaze forward. Bend your knees and your hips to your glutes. And then exhale, straighten your legs and see if your heels come slightly closer to the earth. Beautiful. Inhale, gaze forward. Bend your knees and then slowly walk this time to the front of your mat. Belly in. Feet can be hips width distance apart or big toes touching. Heels slightly apart. And then you can find your blocks if they're nearby. Find more support. Inhale, halfway lift. Belly in, flat back. Exhale, forward fold. Knees slightly bent. Gazing in between your knees, releasing your head. Grab opposite ends of your elbows and rock side to side for ragdoll. Maybe lengthening and strengthening each leg. Just finding what feels good. I need to get a towel, y'all. This hot yoga is hot yoga. Good day to choose this, to do this on, challenge myself, right? Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Now ground down through your feet, belly into spine, and inhale, roll up to stand one vertebra at a time. Roll your shoulders up and back, palms facing the front. I'm going to face you guys now. Feet hips width distance apart, like I said, or big toes can be touching. Slight bend in your knee, hips facing forward, belly in, roll your shoulders back and up. Palms open, close your eyes for mountain pose. Inhale, scoop your arms up towards the sky, gaze in between your hands, lengthen through your spine. And then exhale, hook your thumbs together, spread your fingers wide, send your hips forward and slight back bend, opening your shoulders, opening the front of your body, your heart. Drop your head if it feels good. Come back up, breathe in. And then exhale, release your hands, swan dive down, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Plant your hands, step back into high plank. Press down into each finger. Engage your belly, engage everything into the midline. Strong collarbone, strong foundation, muscle to bone. Breathe here. I offer challenges, but I also offer what works for you. If you need to be on your knees today, please do it. Listen to your body. But we're holding here in high plank for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4. Good job. Keep going. 3, 2, 1. Now come down onto your forearms and forearm plank. Hold here. Squeeze everything together. Long spine. Try not to arch your neck up or look too far down. One long line in your spine. Breathe in. Breathe out. Meet the uncomfortability. Notice what comes up. Welcome the shaking. I'm here with you. Remember, you can drop your knees, but I challenge you and encourage you that you can do it. It's mostly mental, right? for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4. Press into your elbows for 3, 2, 1. Now lower your belly, lower your legs, untuck your toes. Keep your forearms like this for Sphinx pose. So magnetize your elbows closer to your belly and gaze your heart forward. Shoulder blades are down your back. Belly is tucked in, pressing into your toe tips. Then from here, move your blocks if they're in the way. Lower all the way down to your belly. Bring your palms underneath your shoulders. Inhale for baby cobra. Press into your hips, into your toes. Exhale, lower. This time, press into your toes. Lift your palms off the earth. Now lift your toes and hold here. Press into your hips. Press into your lower belly. Squeeze everything together. Shoulder, elbows are squeezing into your side for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Lower all the way down. Breathe in. Exhale here. Now slide your palms underneath close to your low ribs. Press into your palms. Lift up for either baby cobra, cobra, or upward facing dogs. Lifting your thighs, your knees, your legs, pressing into your toes, and exhaling for downward facing dog. Inhale through your nose. Exhale, open your mouth, sigh something out. Inhale your right leg up towards the sky. Exhale, open your hip, glue your heel to your glute. And if you want, you can take a few hip circles going one direction and then the other. Inhale, three-legged dog. Gaze forward, step, or grab your foot to bring it forward. The higher your hips, the easier it'll be to bring your foot forward. For low lunge. And drop your back to knee, untuck your toes. Inhale, come up. Create space, 90-degree angle on your right knee. And then exhale, hinge forward, release your shoulders. Inhale, come up. Exhale, come down. This time, inhale, tuck your back toes, and exhale, find crescent. Inhale, create space, lengthen up. Exhale, drop your right arm down and around, and your left arm in front for a crescent, revolved crescent. Well, twist, I should say. It's a twist. Make sure your right knee isn't going out towards the right. Guide it in for strong foundation. Your inner thighs are being glued together. Gaze is at the right fingers. Inhale to lengthen. Exhale, belly to spine. Twist a little bit deeper. Inhale, swing your arms forward for crescent. Exhale, pivot on the back, heel open up into warrior two on the right side. Long stance, pressing into each foot equally. Gaze down and see if you can't see your big toe, guide your knee over to the pinky toe. Opening your hips up more. Roll your shoulders down away from your ears. And gaze is at the right middle finger. Chest is open. Breathe here. Breathe out. Inhale here. Exhale, sink a little deeper. Inhale, circle your arm forward, step your left to meet your right, and find chair pose. Feet can be hips width distance apart, or big toes can be touching, whatever feels right in your body and your practice. Pelvic bone is tucked in for a flat back, and glutes are down. Muscle to bone. Release your jaw. Release your shoulders. Breathe in here and start to pulse for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Inhale, press up, mountain, gaze up. And then exhale, cactus your arms, send your hips forward, open up into that baby back bend. Inhale, come up. Exhale, gather your palms to center and send it down, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Plant your palms down, send your legs back for high plank. Gather your elbows in and stitch them to your side and either lower all the way down or halfway for chaturanga. Inhale, choose your back bend. You can always lower your knees. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale your left leg up towards the sky. Exhale, bend your knee, open up your hip. Glue your heel to your glute. pressing into each hand. Try not to collapse into your right shoulder, but you're having a strong foundation. And try a few knee circles on the left side. Inhale, three-legged dog. Exhale, send your left leg forward, whichever way feels right for you. Find a low lunge, runner's lunge. Parallel your hips and then drop your knee and tuck your toes. Inhale your left arms up. Create some space. Exhale, come down. Stretching to that right side leg. Inhale, come up. Exhale, come down. Inhale, tuck your back toes. Exhale, press up into a crescent. 90-degree bend in the left leg. Back leg is slightly bent. Inhale, create space. Exhale, send your left arm back, your right arm forward, and twist onto the left side. Belly into spine on the exhale to twist deeper. Squeeze your right glute for stability. Press into your left toes. Inhale, circle your left arm up to meet your right. Breathe in. Exhale, pivot onto that right heel and open up into warrior two. Gaze down and see alignment with your left heel is in line with your right inner arch. Belly in. Inhale. Exhale, sink deeper. Breathe in here. Exhale, can you sink a little tiny bit deeper? Yes, you can. Inhale, create space to their spine. And exhale, bring your right arm and your right leg forward and find your chair. Stay here, muscle to bone, my friends. Strong foundation. Send your hips low, tuck your pelvic bone, belly into spine. Breathe here. Oh, yes, I am sweating, guys. I'm so sorry. Inhale, can you sink a little deeper? Exhale, sink a little deeper. Then inhale, press up, reach up, gaze your heart towards the sun. Hello. And exhale, forward, fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, bend your knees, scoop your arms back up into chair. And then can you keep going? Lower and lower, sending your booty back to the earth. How low can you go? How low can you go? Keep going. Go slowly, as slow as you can, until you sit down. And then hinge back slightly. You can place your hands onto your mat. Shoulder blades back though. Chest open. Send your legs up towards the sky. You can stay here. You can grab the backs of your thighs, or you can reach your arms forward for Navasana boat pose. For 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. I need to wipe my face. 1. Lower down. Bring your hands down and walk back slightly. And cross your ankles. Come forward, and we're going to go into our crow practice. So for crow, you can always, I'm going to show different modifications first. If you know how to get into it, go ahead. But there's different ways we can get into crow. First option is we can have our toes onto our blocks. If you don't have blocks, I will teach you, I promise. Your hands are shoulder width distance apart. Fingers are wide, pressing your fingers into the earth. I'm going to lift my hips up. Should probably wipe my arms. Belly in. This is why we did core work. And it's going to be only either outside of your arms, belly in, like I said, squeeze, squeeze, squeeze. Then I'm going to lift one leg. Then I'm going to lift the other. And if you want, you can also put a block in front of your forehead to keep, if I'm slamming into the earth, because I have done that, my friends, and I've had a little goose egg. All right, here we go. So crow. Engage your spine or your belly. Lift one leg. Lift the other. And fly, my friends. You can keep practicing. You can go 1 and 2. If you want to go into flying crow, you can do that. I think my legs are too slippery to teach that one, so we're not going to do it. Beautiful. If you're in crow, slightly come out and find your Malasana yogi squat. You can place your block underneath your sacrum if that feels better for your lower back. If it feels good, you can also have, so your heels are wide, your toes are off the mat, hands are at prayer, belly in, spine long, pressing your outer arms into your inner knees. Gazing forward and just rock side to side. Opening the legs, the hips. Place your hands down, breathing in, and then exhaling, sending your hips back, heel-toeing your feet underneath your hips. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. And then step your right leg back. So your feet are parallel with your hips, in line with your hips, like a pyramid pose. So belly in. I like to grab my blocks for this one, it's more supportive. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold over that left leg. Taking a moment here. And try not to hyperextend that left leg. There's a slight bend. Toes are facing towards the top of the mat. And I'm pressing equally into each foot. Inhale, halfway lift. Grab your blocks and then exhale, walk forward, reaching your right leg up towards the sky for supported warrior 3 airplane. Belly into spine, spiral your pinky toes down, hips are parallel to the earth. Slight bend in your left leg. And if you're on your blocks, try not to death grip it, white knuckle the blocks. Try and find levity, lightness. That's what we practice in yoga. Lightness. And if you want to go even further, maybe lifting your hands into prayer, or lifting behind you, or maybe lifting in front of you. But bring your right heel up. It's going to help with the balance. Inhale, and exhale, bend your knee, bring it down, exhaling and inhaling, lifting up. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Step your left leg back, about hip, same distance as your body, I should say. Toes facing each other. Bring your blocks if it feels good. No blocks, that is also okay. Inhale, halfway lift for pyramid on the right side. Exhale, bow down over your right leg. Breathing here, finding balance in each foot. Can you really feel each foot touching the ground evenly? Play around with it. Sometimes we don't even really feel what our body needs or isn't doing. Inhale, halfway lift, belly in, slight bend in the right leg. Walk forward about like a foot and a half. Lean forward slightly, lift your left leg, spiral those pinky toes down. For warrior 3, find levity. Find challenge. It's okay to challenge yourself. If you fall, you get right back up. That is life. 3, 2, 1. Bend your left leg and slowly bring it to meet your right for chair. Inhale, lift up for mountain. Exhale, find chair. Come up onto your toes and then slowly lower yourself back down all the way to the mat, or keep your heels lifted this time for yogi toe stand. Glue everything into the midline. Yes, you can. You can always use blocks or books, whatever. For 3, 2, 1, and slowly drop your heels down. Lower your booty back onto the earth. And find easy pose. Close your eyes for just a moment. Breathe in and breathe out. Inhale. Exhale. Walk your hands forward, scoot your hips up, and find tabletop. Bring your right leg forward. If you want, we're going into pigeon, so we're doing our cool down session. If you would like to do another vinyasa, chaturanga, down dog into pigeon, by all means do it. But we're going to go from low lunge. So my left toes are tucked. My right knee is here. And then I'm going to heel toe my right foot over to the left side, dropping my right knee gently. And it's okay if your right shin is not parallel to the mat, my friends. You're still good yogis. My left toes are still tucked to find foundation in my hips. Inhale, lift up. And exhale, lower yourself down to the earth. You can place a block underneath your forehead or underneath your right hip. I'll show you modifications like that. Breathe here. Releasing your belly, releasing your jaw. Find breath. And once you feel like, I forgot to mention, but once you feel like your hips are parallel to the earth and you're not hinging over to your right side, but you're finding stability and equilibrium in both sides of your body, you can untuck your toes. Release your shoulders, guys. Inhale, press into your hands to lift up, remove the block if it's there. And then let's actually go through down dog. So swing your right leg back, lift your left leg and find three-legged dog. Give your right leg a little shaky, and then place it down. Inhale your left leg up towards the sky. Exhale, bend your knee, bring it to the outside of your left leg. Parallel your shin as much as you can. Try not to force it. That's also not what yoga is about. Tuck your back right foot. Inhale before you go down, lengthen through the spine. And then exhale, melt your heart down towards the earth. Each side's different, so honor whatever you need. Just make sure you're breathing through the tension in your jaw, your shoulders. I think my back's getting really sunburned. It's okay. Yeah. Great work today, guys. This is just a little taste of what's ahead for solar movement. Thank you guys for being here. Inhale, lift your head, come up onto your hands, tuck your back toes, lift your right leg off the ground to create space to lift your left leg up for three-legged dog and give it a little shake. And then find downward facing dog. Inhale through your nose. Exhale, open your mouth side out. Hinge forward into high plank, drop your knees, and then shift your heels to one side so you can easily come down onto your glutes. Send your legs in front of you. Plant your toes, and then slowly engage your spine and come down one vertebra at a time. Lower, 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 lower. Oh, yes. Take a moment here. We're going to go into bridge just to neutralize the spine one last time. So bring your heels close to your fingers. Feet are hips width distance apart, knees hips width distance apart. Press into your heels. Inhale, lift your hips up towards the sky. Release your glutes, press into your hands. If you want to find supported bridge, you can always place a block underneath your sacrum and lower your hips onto it. It's very great if you're on your moon cycle or if you just have lower back situations in general. It's really nice. But if you're still in bridge, you can interlace your fingers, rolling one shoulder underneath the neck, and then pressing your interlaced knuckles into the earth to send your heart forward, compressing your throat. Inhale here. Exhale, release your hands if they're there, and then lower your belly down. Lengthen your left leg long, bring your right knee in, interlace your fingers behind your right knee, and compress it to the outside of your right rib cage. Breathing in here. And then exhale, guiding your right knee over to your left, bumping your hips to your right. Try not to force that right knee down. Your hand can just gently guide it down, but we're not forcing. Your right arm can be cactus or lengthen out and then looking over that right hand. Just make sure you're keeping your right shoulder down. And if you're having a hard time with it getting it down, you can use a block or a book and placing it under your right knee. Breathing in, exhaling into the twist more. Like you're a sponge, wringing out all the things that don't belong. Inhale your right knee back to center, bump your hips back. And then inhale, extend your right leg, bring your left leg out towards the outside of your left rib cage, compressing your left hip. Also, if you've seen my dog, her name is Molly. She's my best friend. She's 9 years old. Hi, baby. It's really hot out here for you. Thank you. Yeah, mom is really sweaty. Inhale. And exhale, bump your hips over to the left, your knee over to the right, and gazing past your left hand. I feel like my hips and my lower back needs a block today. So that's what we're doing. Inhaling your left knee back to center, your right knee back to center. Wrap your hands around your shin. Glue your sternum, your lower back into the earth, flat spine. And then right here, roll into a ball, belly in. Knees to your forehead, forehead to your knee, and roll into a little ball. Compress, compress, compress. Breathe in. And exhale. Release your legs wide, allowing your feet to splay out towards each end. Shoulders are underneath your back, palms open. Shavasana. Inhale long and deep through your belly, through your nose. Hold at the top and purse your lips like you're blowing through a straw, and exhaling slow through those pursed lips. Relaxing every muscle in your body. Inhale through your nose. Purse your lips. Slowly breathe out. Now fine, come back to your natural rhythm of breathing. Take a few moments here. Maybe you're outside, being aware of the sounds around you, feeling the sun on your body, or maybe it's the cool air in your home. Start to wiggle your fingers, your feet. Maybe taking a few stretches that you need. We're going to finish up. Bring your knees into your chest. You can stay in Shavasana for as long as you want, but if you're ready to continue on with your day, go ahead and come back into a little ball, maybe rock side to side, and then roll over onto your right side, resting your head onto your bicep for fetal position, honoring and thanking yourself for showing up. Pressing into your hands to lift yourself up. You can come into seated, maybe seated on a block. Placing your knees on your hands, face down for grounding, open for receiving. Spine is long. Close your eyes or softly lower them to the ground. If you need a little bit more safety in your space, you can keep your eyes open. Breathe in here. Sigh it out. Let it go. Bring your palms to heart center, pressing your thumbs into your sternum. Maybe going in a few circles. The others. Bring your palms to your third eye, honoring yourself, the wisdom that brought you here, and the wisdom that will continue forth. Exhaling, bowing down, growling this energy. Thank you guys for showing up, for coming and joining me on my first sweaty yoga video. I'm soaked. I appreciate you guys. I love you. I'm with you. Give me a follow at Solar Movement on Instagram and subscribe. I would really greatly appreciate that. If you're in Austin, let me know and I'll let you know where I teach. But thank you guys, and I'll see you when I see you.